Ladies and gentlemen, dear graduates, my colleague, guests, welcome all to Fall 2013 graduation of Platt College San Diego. My name is Marketa Hančová and I will be your happy host in tonight's festivities. It's a role I honor, something I look forward to, because there is not better celebration than celebration of achievements. And you, my students, have some great achievements behind you. You concluded one of the most important chapters in your life. And I don't know if any of you, yesterday or today, reflected on your very first day at Platt College as a student. You walked to term one, you entered the classroom, and there was either Jim Dudy or Ed Boretz or Stefanie Schneider. And I'm sure you had all kinds of mixed feeling, and you had lots of information, lots of paperwork and the art kit. And maybe you were thinking, will I ever make it to the graduation? What it will take? And look at you. You are here today. You persevere and you are going to be awarded by the well-deserved academic degree. But as you know, not everyone who entered the first classroom with you is here, because not everyone had the stamina to stay, and not everyone has the perseverance as you did, who reached the finish line. So here is my first out of many congratulations. Students, tonight belongs to you, and none of us who gathered here would rather be somewhere else. And trust me, it's Friday night, so the competition for the program for Friday nights was quite fierce. I mean, imagine sitting by illuminated pool, frosted martini glass in the hand, or dancing in country pub. But no, we would not like to be anywhere else but here with you, because we want to honor your achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that today is about you, but I believe that equal thanks belongs to those who were accompanying you on your academic journey. I am sure that many people were instrumental in your success. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to especially welcome all of moms and dads and grandparents and uncles and aunts and cousins and wives and husbands, sisters, brothers, friends, anyone who helped you on your journey. So the journey is not solitary and you don't feel too alone. Welcome all. Before we will continue, I would like to invite on the stage one of our faculty, Miss Nikki Oder, who would like to help us honor our beautiful country, United States of America. I will kindly ask you if you can please stand up. Thank you, you may be seated. We are very proud of versatile talent, not only of our students, but also of our faculty. Thank you, Nikki. Ladies and gentlemen, before I will invite on to the podium our keynote speaker, I would like to mention that you students became visual communicators, and you have a wonderful power to change your leap of imagination into something that will inspire us. And I hope that we will use all of the skills that we offered you, and that you will surprise us and you will make us proud. I noticed there is a gentleman behind the graduates. I can lip read that whatever I say, he asked his wife what did she say, and the wife dutifully is telling him what I said. So, you know, I will not pretend. I have an accent. I wish I can pretend and prove you I don't, but that's preposterous question. But I'll tell you what happened. The school had two choices: either pay lots of money for MC who has perfect English, far from my English, but he or she would have average look, they said. Or they could buy the opposite. So we just simply went with the beauty. But I can tell the gentleman, I can promise you that at the end of the graduation, which will be about in 6 hours, you will understand every word I will say. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to also thank all of those who make your journey, my students, your academic journey, smooth. And that would be the administrators, the staff and faculty of Platt College. If we can please all clap for all the teachers and all the administrators. You make sure that you will get the service, so to speak, as it's supposed to. And now I am left to invite on a podium the commencement speaker. It is someone you know well, my students, because the speaker has been with Platt College for 17 years. His name is Terry Warner, and not only he's excellent teacher, not only it's a person who has a great expertise, person who has a wonderful sense of humor, person who is very effective in the classroom, but he's also very successful graphic designer who has his successful company for many, many years. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Terry Warner.
Geez, I just hope I deserve this. Well, first of all, my deeply disturbed cult following. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Leiker, Al, and Marquetta for giving me the opportunity to be the speaker tonight, especially considering my reputation. Which reminds me, I really should get something out of the way first. The opinions and personalities that are expressed tonight and in my classes were solely mine and mine alone, and do not reflect the opinions of Platt College, its owners, administrations, faculty, or subsidiaries at all. Any resemblance to any persons living or dead is purely coincidental. Offer not good in Kentucky, or where local laws and customs allow the stoning of heretics. This content is strictly for the entertainment purposes and cannot be rebroadcast without the written express consent of the NFL. Think that'll handle it?
Yes.
Now that we've dispensed with the legalities. Parents, families, and most significantly, our graduates, good evening. Tonight, we celebrate the culmination of all your hard work these past years and crown that accomplishment by the awarding of your degrees. But I would like to ask you to take a moment and think about who you were that first day when you started at Platt, and compare that to who you are now. And please make a note that the person that started in term 1 so long ago doesn't exist now. So, while you've been working hard to get your degrees, you might have not taken the time to appreciate the wonder of your journey and just how much you have changed. The mindfulness of your evolution sometimes gets lost in the shuffle. So, let's go back in time, shall we? And what a better time to do it now. So, think back. That first day, there you were, sitting in term one. You're a little nervous, maybe, sitting in a room full of people that you didn't know then, but somehow are strangely a large part of your life now. You all got your toolbox of tricks and started to learn all the rules and industry standards, but you got through it. And all while starting the friendships that would blossom later on. Then you moved to term two. Finally, the fun stuff. Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. Quark, oh God. All right, we are blasting to the past, aren't we? You explored all the software's capabilities and learned how to make the magic happen. And it was there you met another set of teachers, and they left their mark on you too. Hopefully, in my case, no marks that will require any years of therapy. It was at this time, something happened that is unique to Platt. You and your friends became this symbiotic, conjoined, amorphous mass that was moving from class to break to AM/PM. And it was here that the inside jokes started. You know the ones where you just take a little look or a little word or something like that, and everybody starts going, That's when it starts, the camaraderie. Then came term three. Now here's where it starts to get interesting. Applying all you had learned in term two, you tackled touch interface, tablet interactions, and you were pushing all your skill set to the limit. But your training wheels started to come off a bit. You were a little more confident. But then there was HTML. No applications here. It was intimidating at first. Absolute paths, relative paths, tags, syntax, box models. But then Fishy Fred opened up a whole new world to you and a whole new language. He opened up vistas you never thought you would understand. But then, slowly, it finally hit you. You were getting it. You started to dream in code. You started to have discussions with family that went something like this. Honey, what do you want for breakfast? Open tag, head, close tag, open tag, body class equals breakfast, div ID equals mini wheats. It was a bit weird, but you got through it. And feeling again, just that little bit more confident. By term four, you got into the meat of why you came here. This was what all the hard work was for. Preparation for that next chapter of Platt life or your life in the future. There was more HTML, but it wasn't as foreign as it was before. You had achieved a Vulcan mind meld. You started to see the code before you even wrote your first line. Its thoughts were your thoughts. Then came video. You began to see TV commercials and films in a completely different light. You came to appreciate good editing, camera angles, sound, pacing, and you let your opinion be known whenever you saw anything that was not up to snuff that hit air. I mean, my God, really, a handheld shot? Does anybody know about a dolly, for God's sake? Then, there was 3D. Let there be X, Y, and Z. Some of you looked upon it, and you saw it, and it was good. You had waited so long for this. Finally, you had found your calling. You were one of the few, the proud, for you had a depth wish. You discovered, you like that? It's trademark, don't steal it. You discovered a new respect for all the levels of patience that it took to make all those movies and game characters come to life. It was also about this time that others of you decided, you know, web and video aren't looking all that bad. And maybe you're sick of just playing video games instead of making them. Then, while you're in term four, something stirred inside you. That fire started to smolder in your belly. You were starting to get an air of confidence. By the end of term four, some of you will get your associates, and you can't wait to get out of the world and apply what you've learned. For others, you wanted more. You wanted to stoke that fire, make it larger and higher, take it, see how fast and high you could take it without getting burned. So, you had found your emphasis, the one thing that spoke to you the loudest. By term 5 and 6, your friends now talked in an arcane, obscure industry dialect that no outworlder may know. Friends and family knew not to ask what you were working on, for when they did ask, you would tell them. And when you would tell them, they would just gradually start to nod and glaze over and go, "That's nice, honey," and walk away without making any sudden movements. So now, finally you've done it. You've made it. And tonight, your current journey is ending. So, take stock and ask yourself, how did you get here? It was step by step. But somehow, it seemed to happen so fast. Did you ever imagine that first day that you would be capable of the things that you do now as second nature? Appreciate the leaps that you've made. Take pride. Hell, maybe even gloat a little. But here's the situation. So when you have that tinge of doubt, when you go to that interview or think about taking that job offer, remember, you've been through this before, and you can handle it. Change into that professional that will become the new you, and never stop changing, and always keep the momentum going. For now, the real work starts. You've achieved your goals, you've learned your craft, and now comes time to make it in your world. It's a world where you never work on just one project at a time. As a matter of fact, you're juggling usually 7 at any given time. It's a world where people come in and they think their project is the most important thing in the universe and can't understand why you're not working on it. And it's a world where the client calls up and says, "I can't understand why the web revisions aren't live. I mean, after all, I gave them to you 10 minutes ago." But as you search forward, don't forget to look in the rear view occasionally. Look and notice how you have changed from the person you are tonight. Maybe, if you're a client, maybe you can think of a few teachers that made a difference. But don't forget the friends around you tonight. The ones who changed along with you. Now, don't just text or Facebook. I mean, have a drink, have a meal, take some time, talk and call. If you can't do that, at least have a little whimsy and call them up and say that secret word, giggity, boom, and hang up. So, revel in how you've changed and how you'll continue to change in the future. Go boldly into that future, but always respect the past that got you here. Because the only thing that stays the same, my children, is change. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, dear graduates, the celebration would not be complete if we don't have the music. Music is a wonderful tool to move our soul and celebrate in the right way. So I would like to ask to come on the stage again Nikki Oder, who will sing for us a song, Raise Me Up, and it's of course devoted to all of you, dear graduates. Please welcome Miss Nikki Oder.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when darkness comes and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly, but when you come and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Thank you, Nikki Oder. It's old wisdom that bankers and mathematicians and physicians are sustaining our life, but it's art what we are, why we are here, and art that reflects who we are, and I think the song illustrated it very well. Dear graduates, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the point of our graduation you were all waiting for, because now you will be awarded with your well-deserved academic degrees, our associate degrees, and our bachelor degrees. Before I will invite our MC to the podium, I would like to say hello to everyone who is watching us, because as a School of Technology, we are streaming our graduation, so who cannot be here is sitting by the computer. So we are saying hello from San Diego to all who are watching Fall 2013 graduation of Platt College San Diego. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call to the podium Mr. Bill Imms. Mr. Bill Imms has been a loyal friend of Platt College for over 20 years, successful businessman and philanthrope. He was always rooting for our school, and he was always on our side, and he's a wonderful speaker. So he will do justice to this moment. Please welcome Mr. Bill Imms.
Well, good evening, everyone. Love that enthusiasm. Okay, now, as Marquetta said earlier, this 6-hour graduation, we're into it about 40 minutes, so, you know, the rest of the time will be spent talking about your graduates. And I want to let you know, our graduates are a lot different. Platt College is a lot different, so our ceremony's not going to be the same as everyone else. As a matter of fact, all of you are part of this, and so I ask the light control technician, could you raise the house lights up just a little bit, because everyone in here is part. Oh, thank you very much. Look at that. That's great. See, I didn't know if you were out there. I just wanted to make sure. But you know, if you go to a regular graduation, a regular college, you often find people graduate with a degree having nothing to do with what they choose to do in life. But the difference between that situation and the situation at Platt College, the day you walked in, you knew what your passion was. You knew what you wanted to do. And so you become the very best that is possible to be. So therefore, when we introduce our graduates, and we're going to start with the associates, instead of a typical graduation, which I measured it, by the way, it's about 3/4 of a second for each graduate. When they go across the stage, they'll say, Susie Smith, and that's it. Or Juan Perez, and that's it. That's about 3/4 of a second, you know. We don't do things like that because it's boring. See, everybody doesn't know about you. They don't know the wonderful ingredients that brought you here today. So we're going to tell you a little bit about each of the graduates as they come up. Some of you a little bit more than others. I had the privilege of meeting all of the graduates before we came in here today, and so I'm going to try to remember as much as you told me. And so what I'd like to do is ask the associates to line up over here against this wall, and as I call your name individually, please come on up, and I'd like to invite our Dean, Marquetta, and Terry, I believe you'll be awarding the degrees as well. And so as you come up here, I'll just say something about you, and then we love you too. Congratulations. Now, I've discovered something about many of our graduates. This is about, I think I've been doing this for 18 or 19 years, and you always find a lot of differences in every individual because we are individuals. When we used to get information, some of it used to be handwritten, and I could tell which people would make better doctors because I couldn't read a lot of the writing. Now, this next individual, I think, would be a great writer because he has written an awful lot. He never stopped talking. I asked him about himself, and his name is Michael Fugoso. Now, what's really funny, for a person that has an awful lot to say, he describes himself as indecisive. But he works at Integrity First Financial Group as a marketing director. It's been full-time work. Also, his younger brother, France, he was talking about him because he washed his dishes every night. I don't know what you're looking for by mentioning this, but anyway, he said, man, that guy leaves all this mess around the house, just waiting for me to clean up after him. Well, the cool thing is, where's France? Here, the cool thing, he doesn't have classes anymore, so he can, clean up after you all day long. He'll remember the fact that he can still pull multiple all-nighters at his age, which is 30. Also, he gets sick way more often these days. He'll always remember his teachers. They're so crazy, and they made me awesome at what I do. Thank you, Mom and Dad, and my younger brother, France, for lending me $6 grand. This is TMI, isn't it? New adventure in my life. Great things happen to people that lend me $6 grand. I think that's the power of suggestion. I don't know what this is all about. Thanks to my older brother Paul for basically paying my phone bill for 2 years. This guy's a freeloader, amazing. Thanks to my brother's wife Lily for letting Paul pay for my phone bill for 2 years. Thanks to my best friends, in no particular order, Cesar, Ivy, Cherry, Dan, Trish, and Max for going to my art shows after I forced you to, and for being there whenever I felt like I needed to procrastinate on schoolwork. I want to thank my mom and dad. They're always giving me so much, and in return, I gave them so little. But wait till after time. Thanks for always believing in me and going so much out of your way to ensure mine. France's and Paul's success. We're very grateful, especially me. I am the most grateful, as I am the guy doesn't stop. Which will be your favorite son. Lastly, I want to thank my brother, France, my younger brother, for washing my dishes every night and for always cleaning up after my mess after tonight. Congratulations to you. Well, that concludes our program this evening. Okay, the next gentleman is Noah Gwynn. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Noah because I said, tell me something I can share with those folks in the audience. And he says, no. Anyway, but I will tell you, under that robe, that is the best dressed man in the room. He has this beautiful pink shirt with a matching tie and a pocket square. There's another guy in the room too. So anyway, he is the best dressed guy here, and he's a wonderful graduate, and we are so proud of you. Congratulations. John Hammerslag. Now, John is continuing on to the bachelor's program, so you're going to see him again. While at Platt, he maintained a full-time job as a surgical tech instructor, and he wouldn't get home until 10:40 most nights. Then, of course, he stayed up late working on projects and homework just to wake up and go to work and do it all over again. He truly appreciates the understanding of his family as they were home without his company. Richard Morris, thanks for all the encouraging talks and showing me how to edit PDFs. In hard times, every man needs a strong partner to keep everything in balance. Thank you, Rose, for staying up late making coffee while I stayed up working on projects till 2 or 3 in the morning and understanding when school demanded my attention. Congratulations, John. We're very proud. To describe Stephanie is motivated, and in addition to going to school, she's worked full-time as a nurse, and she thanks her family and friends for your unconditional support, and we thank you for being such a great student. Congratulations, Stephanie. Our next graduate is Marshall Heath. He is walking across to the stage right now, but if he had his choice, it would have been a skateboard under him, because he is an amateur skateboarder for Skate Mafia, and had to take off time to film for a video that Skate Mafia recently put out. His parents flew in from Vermont. We're not so certain if that's because of the temperature there or to share in his celebration. But congratulations to you, Marshall. We're proud of you. Nadia Lizette Johns. Nadia describes herself as positive. She's been working freelance for nonprofit organizations to improve her skills. And the biggest challenge was managing time between school, working full-time, and her family, which means the world to her. I have a presentation phobia, she says, so I'll remember the critiquing the most, since I was always a nervous wreck. So remember Ed Barretts and Terry Warner the most. These two are too much. Want to thank my family. Without their support, it would have been impossible to graduate. Nadia, we're so happy that you did. Congratulations. Richard E. Johnson. Friends call him EJ. One word describing EJ is outgoing. And while at Platt, he was working full-time, and he remembered how hard he had to work and the importance of each project. He'll remember Fred the most. Chia. You said to say that, right? Chia?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I said it. Anyway, congratulations to you. Chia. Michelle McDevitt. I heard her nickname out there, Shelley, and she describes herself as warm, and what she has been focused on almost all the time at Platt was work and a new puppy, and the puppy's name is Nala. Anyway, she appreciates the amazing teachers who have gone out of their way to help, and we appreciate you for being a part of the Platt family. Congratulations to you. Grace. And Javier goes by the nickname JJ, and he describes himself as Big Boned. He works at T-Shirt Mark in El Cajon, and he was saying, you know, of all the things I remember at Platt, besides all the friends whom I've met and so forth, is Fred's class. It was hard, but fun, and it was the most challenging class, and he appreciates that. Congratulations, Javier. Edward Osuna. Eddie, as friends call him, describes himself as ambitious. He's been doing freelance work while being a student. He's father to 2 children, aged 2 and 5. He also is a photographer and a painter and an artist. His colleagues, he'll remember, all of his teachers, of course, and staff, and all of the hardships and struggles his family endured and supported him while he was attending school. Congratulations, Edward. Kevin Favasek. You know, when you have a name that long, there's not much room to put any comments down, so I'll make them up. Actually, when Kevin came to school, he had one thing on his mind, but then after taking many of the classes, a lot of us have a conversion to a particular specialty, which we never realized we would like to do. And his specialty is the web. He likes working with that, and he appreciates the teachers and fellow students. Congratulations, Kevin. Desiree Ramirez. You could tell, I mean, the word she uses to describe herself was so clear the way she walked across the stage in a determined fashion. And that's how she describes herself, as determined. She is currently working at an internship for Ironton Global. And while she attended Platt, she was working full-time. She'll remember the teachers the most. They were wonderful. Congratulations, Desiree. Perry Reed. Perry describes himself as motivated, and the biggest challenge for Perry, like many, many other students, is to try to balance school, work, family, running, and any other time he might have left over for himself. He appreciates how informative the school has been, really enjoyed the teachers. In fact, he's already enrolled to go back for his bachelor's. Congratulations, Perry. Emmanuel Rivera. Manny describes himself as complicated. While attending Platt, he worked 6 days a week to help pay for his expenses, which was not an option. It was a must. Having minimal time out of school was tough, so staying up late was often his routine, especially during that web class, which was one of his favorite classes during the associate's program. The most I will remember about Platt will be the fact that it was no ordinary school. It was fun being in class and meeting many new friends. Platt has been the best choice and investment I've made so far in my life. Let's put that to print, Al. I like that. It's tough having to choose who I will remember the most, and I don't think there's enough space to list every person's name. But to those who were closest to me, you know who you are. You're so appreciated. Congratulations. Alexandra Smith. Alex is also described as motivated. He did some work for MyDesignSource.com, and he was also doing freelance work for Chiba Hut. Full-time worker at Dick's Sporting Goods, and he spent time with his family and his girlfriend interning with MyDesignSource.com. And so now that he has his degree, he can go out and really pursue his career to the fullest extent. Congratulations to you, Alexander. Chris Solis. Chris describes himself as awesome. He worked and managed to paint on his free time. The faculty telling us to do our best really stuck with him. So he did that at every turn of the road. Ed Barretts, he appreciates him for being firm but fair at the same time. Terry Warner for giving me that extra push, and Fred Winton for just being Fred. His friend Anna is visiting all the way from Wisconsin. I didn't check that weather, but I'm sure there's more than one reason. But we certainly appreciate you being here in this nice warm environment when we celebrate Chris's graduation. Congratulations. Patricia Tokmeyer. Oh, excuse me, I forgot someone. I was looking forward to pronouncing this name and doing it right, and so I skipped over Estefania Tapia. Now, Steph describes herself as active, and I gotta tell you something special about this young lady, because I met her at the beginning. I said, I want to make sure I pronounce your name at least close to what it is supposed to sound like and so forth. I learned you talk about students' dedication, and you find students who maybe they drive themselves or they took 2 or 3 buses to get here. She lives in Mexico, across the border every single day to go to school. So that's pretty great, wonderful. She was going back there because she was taking care of her little cousin, whom I met tonight, such a delightful little girl. And she had to wake up extra early to get to Bernie's class on time because didn't want to sing. So I don't know what that means. I guess if you're late to Bernie's class, you got to sing a song?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool. Would you like to sing it for us now? Anyway, we appreciate you so much. Felicidades. Great. Congratulations. Patricia Totmeyer. And Tote, as she is often called, worked at Platt for Marquetta as her creative assistant. And working for Marquetta and parenting her English bulldog, Rourke. Good name for the dog? Okay, so anyway, she appreciated very much the school trip to Eastern Europe, and she'll remember all of her Term 1 friends. Congratulations, Patricia. Jay Velasco. One word to describe him as hardworking, and he appreciates very much the school, the staff, the campus. You know, if you go to other schools, you don't have the family here. This is kind of like Cheers of education. You go in, everyone knows your name. Everybody knows you and supports you. If you need a helping hand somewhere, someone is there right with you, whether it's an instructor, staff member, or a fellow student. Platt is such a great family, and we're so happy that this family member graduated. Congratulations, Dick. Yolanda White. Yolanda has a nickname, it's Yo-Yo. And one word to describe her is not enough. There are 2. Optimistic and determined. And of course, Yolanda has been a full-time mother to Kingston Amir. And she appreciated the fact that this is one of the few schools you can continue with your major responsibility in life and focus with the experts in the field that which you have chosen to profess. She appreciates the teachers whom all enjoyed teaching and made learning fun. And she's on her way to earn her bachelor's next. You'll see her again. Congratulations. Allison Wilkins. Allie is shy. At least that's what she said about herself. While going to Platt, she helped take care of her grandmother until she passed away in April, and now she helps her mother take care of her grandfather when she's able. She still works part-time at Platt as an assistant to Opal, Maddie, and Maria, who are fun to work with. When time allows, she likes to spend time with friends and just relax and enjoy her surroundings. She's currently working on her bachelor's degree, so she still has plenty of time to build even more memories and make many new friends. She wants to thank her family and friends for all their support and encouragement in keeping her motivated to finish school. She wished her grandmother was here to see her walk, but I know she's proud and watching over her from above. I love you all very much, and I'm so thankful to have you all in my life. Congratulations, Allison. Kendall Womack. Okay, I just figured it out. Kendall, you should run for mayor. With this kind of a group cheering you on, this is great. Okay, Kendall is persevering. Besides everyday demands, his other great demand was something personal to him. He's working on an animated comic hat, which he plans on turning into a franchise one day. So he truly believes he has a shot, and we can all say we know him well. I hope everyone sees its value as much as he does. He'll always remember the instructors that he's met and learned from, and he'll always remember how much he has grown as an individual. Congratulations, Kendall. Thank you. We're going to ask our bachelor's degree candidates to line up along the wall. And while you're there, I want to tell you a couple of other things. There's a lady in our midst. I'm going to ask her to stand up. Opal Oliver, would you stand up, please? Okay, let me tell you about this young lady. Opal, I've known you for so many years, and so many people have benefited by your financial counsel. A lot of times people will write about their favorite experience, and it's always been going into your office and getting the wonderful treatment which you gave them in financial aid. This year, 2013, Opal was named the Norma Ford Financial Aid Professional of the Year. By the way, when you're out there, for those of you here for the first time and you're acknowledging the graduates of your friend or relative, and you say, well, you know, I heard Terry talk, and he seems like he would be an outstanding instructor, and everybody seems to love going to Platt. If you'd like to know about it, there's a flyer out there, and you didn't tell me to tell them this, but I am anyway. And they have something called Welcome Wednesdays, and this is the ticket, and you can go. The next one is November 6th, and you can find out about what they do here. Also, there's 2 books. One is called Muse, and this has extraordinary works of many of the students, some of which are lined up here right now. I encourage you to take one of those, take that home, and also Reflections. This is about a lot of the many activities at Platt that are a lot different than you'll find anywhere else. A blood drive or a trip to a particular company is just great, so make sure you take those with you. Now, you notice these next graduates are wearing black robes. That's not because they ran out of purple. There's a significance. So when you are an associate, a degree holder, then you go for a bachelor's, and so the robes are black. And our first graduate we're going to tell you about is Derek Kaldemeyer. And one word to describe him is dogmatic, He's been working at the YMCA introducing code to children. Now, you won't understand him or all the kids in the neighborhood, you know, when they start talking. Anyway, he appreciates, Marquetta, you're gonna like this. One of the things he wrote back, what do you remember most about Platt? I appreciate Marquetta's youthful energy during courtyard holidays. Appreciates, I think we just found out, favorite student status too. So, okay, Joe and Melissa's laughs, along with their passion for Legos and the Code Fest Club. Oh yes, and he'll always remember his car bursting into flames in the parking lots. You know, some people do anything for attention. He would like to thank all of his instructors for their patience, and especially his web instructors for their guidance and friendship. Congratulations, Derek. Shaquanda Kaye. Shay describes herself as fulfilled, and she's a military spouse, and let me just say thank you for being married to someone who is serving our country. And she and her husband have a 4-year-old son whose name is Malachi. She'll remember her first day at Platt. She'll remember Brad Maxey. And we appreciate you so much, Shay. Congratulations. Dennis Capati. Dennis described himself as a perfectionist. He worked as a supervisor at Harmonium. His hobbies are going to the movies and playing video games. He appreciated learning all of the different programs and creating different character models. Congratulations, Dennis. Melissa Conrad. Melissa is a web developer for Aquagistics. She appreciates Marquetta, Fred, Melissa, Tiziana, and that most used language, and the most used language, I'm going to say this again, this is really important, timing is the name of this. She appreciates the most used language used when programming is profanity. Thank you for the 3 of you who got that joke. I got to work on the timing on that, but that's what her husband told her to say. And I thought I could get the credit for the laugh, but obviously we'll have to hear it from him. Anyway, she says, thanks to all my friends and for making each day brighter, and thank you to my wonderful husband whose insight and humor helps me through the life's daily challenges. Congratulations, Melissa. Interesting when students come into Platt on day one and say, what do you think you want to do? They just know it's going to be in the art field somewhere. And the nice thing about it, Aaron learned early in the game that he likes web design. So not only has he been studying that, he's also been working in that for Eton Bioscience. Congratulations for your dedication and your accomplishment. Eden. Travis has a nickname. It is King Kong. And he describes himself as an angler. He's worked as a deckhand on a fishing vessel, and sometimes 18 plus hours a day. He also worked on filming fishing videos on local boats. He'll remember creating amazing projects in short amounts of time. He'll remember Malon and Terry the most, thanks to his dad, Todd Eden, for providing him with the chance to pursue his dreams. Congratulations, Travis. Kevin Evans. Kevin works for Anacom Media. And the things that were a challenge, and everybody has challenges when they take on a career like this. They want to do so well, they want to excel in school, but they have certain obligations and keep family happy and so forth. And the three challenges to that path of success was family, freelancing, and paying the mortgage. Anyway, he accomplished all of that. He recalls being completely lost in PHP, and finally almost getting it, but not quite, and then he discovered WordPress. So he appreciates Fishy Fred and Melissa Cabral, and we appreciate you, Kevin. Congratulations. Joshua Fitzgerald. Josh describes himself as hard-headed. He's a self-employed freelance designer, and one of the things he also was identifying, the most important things, which he had to take into consider also, and I want you to consider the order of these things. The first was his girlfriend, smart move. The second one was his dog, whose name is Drew Brees. I'll just add to that. And the third one is paying the bills. So once again, you put them in proper sequence, and that's great. He remembers the class projects, the all-nighters, and this has been, he's celebrating a year anniversary with his girlfriend in attendance. Elena, where's Elena? Is Elena here? There's she, way over in that corner. All right, great. His mom wasn't able to make it. She's in Louisiana. So Beverly is watching us on the internet. Everyone say, hi, Beverly. Hi, Beverly. Oh, isn't that worth it right there? Congratulations to you. Stephen Harris. Stephen described himself as ambitious and has been running his own production company, which is called Hungry and Fearless, which describes the attitude of most of our students. He has been supporting a family while as a full-time student and full-time employee. Going to school and maintaining the momentum in all of these other areas is so critical. He appreciates his awesome friends and the awesome teachers and staff. He remembers most that one of the things we said, what will you remember most? He's, well, I remember most. Wow, that's hard to say. They all left a great impression, and so have you, Stephen. Congratulations. Thomas Higdon. Tom is described as creative. His other demands while at school included work as a lighting designer for Pacific Event Productions and for Cal State San Bernardino. He'll remember most the fast-paced environment that was filled with so much information. He'll remember most the two most influential teachers, Steve Schultz and David Bittorf. He wants to thank his parents, family, and friends who supported him and who continue to support him in achieving his dreams. He loves you all. We love you too. Congratulations. Joseph Jewett. Joe is described as determined. And of course, in addition to going to school, he was concentrating on work and his family. Given the fact that he works, do you work at Platt?
I do.
Since he works at Platt, he doesn't think he'll forget anybody at Platt, the teachers, the staff, and of course the students that come in. Thank you all for celebrating his accomplishments. He says, hi, Mom and Dad. They are in Kashmir, Washington, watching this. So everybody say, hi, Mom and Dad. Hi. Gosh, you guys will do anything. You guys are so good. Thank you very much. Okay, congratulations to you. Monica Maxfield. Now Monica, you can call her Mo, describes herself as a trooper. She's determined to accomplish what needs to be done and has done freelance work and her challenge was juggling school, work, and a terminally ill parent, coming back after 20 years and seeing how much Platt College has evolved has been really amazing to her. She'll remember everything about Platt and all the great people she's come to know. The person she'll remember specifically would be George Gordon, who went back a long time, 20 years she first met George, and he continues to be on her mind even though he's passed on. She'll miss him dearly. And Monica, I think you were in one of the first graduate classes in which I was the host, and it's so good to see you again. Congratulations to you for all your accomplishments. One of the things that many of our graduates talk about is the camaraderie that they have at Platt. And that's because all of the wonderful projects which you work together. It's not all independent individuals. It's people working together on projects and making a difference, and maybe working for a particular charity or a blood drive or something like that. Well, one of the things that I think is pretty extraordinary about Platt College are their trips around the world. And there is a trip coming up in May. I understand they'll be going to Amsterdam and Paris and London, and it's, of course, will be hosted by our own Marquetta, and she speaks all of those languages. And it's so cool because you get to see things that are historic in nature dealing with art, and you get to apply them in the state-of-the-art technological methods. It is just so great. And so a lot of these people get to travel for 10 or days or so, and they experience all of these wonderful things. And I know many of you have been on some of the trips, and I hope you'll continue to do that. Now, one person who probably would be difficult to keep up with on a trip, because he's an avid 5K and 10K runner, is our next graduate, Marcus Mayorga. He is described as quiet. I don't know that he's quiet, he's just moving so fast you don't get to hear him. So he worked full time, and he was an avid runner, and he fought in kickboxing and MMA. So don't make him mad either. So anyway, he does a really great job, and we are so proud of him for receiving his bachelor's degree. Congratulations. Wildegardo Moreno. There you go. And actually, there is a nickname. His name is Wildegardo, but his nickname is Wiedervon. And he recalls the Media Arts Center where he taught cinematography, and he had to work and study hard. He appreciates all the good times in the video department with all the classmates. And a special thanks go out to Nina for all her support. Her parents, Michael and friends for being there, pushing him to be a better videographer. Congratulations, Wildegardo. Manuel Parra. Manny describes himself as unpremeditated, and that's because the first line, now I understand why I wrote that first thing in the first line, because I didn't understand it before, but unpremeditated. It said something about leaving Christmas lights up all year long. I think that's because he was studying so hard at Platt. And he was forced to arrive early for good parking at Platt. Always a cheerful environment. And I want you to know, today is not his birthday. But he felt motivated to let you know that today he is 7,747 days old. So it's not his birthday, but you want to get him something. Go ahead. Congratulations. Samuel Perez. Sam is described as hardworking. His other demands beside Platt was balancing work and school. He'll remember the teachers and all the work he put into all of his classes. And we will remember you. Congratulations, Sam. Patrick Payne. You know, one of the things we always ask our students when they're not exactly certain of what they want to say, we say, what will you remember most about Platt? And so without a moment's hesitation, Patrick said, well, always remember Marquetta is always on a microphone and working late in the term 5-6 computer rooms. And Patrick wants to thank his mom and dad for their support while he tried to accomplish everything to get his degree. And you did. Congratulations, Patrick. Oh, I love this next name. Anna Santana. So, you know, with a name like Anna Santana, what kind of a nickname do you have? Well, it's Anna Banana Santana. And does anybody remember the Name Game song from years and years ago? Yeah, right. The lyrics are her name. So anyway, that's cool. And she describes herself as pushy. And she loves working with projects, and during the bachelor program, she had 2 design jobs and making artwork in her spare time. And one day, she hopes to show this to the world. Just the experience of attending this type of school is a privilege. And oh, Marquetta, you are just so awesome. Congratulations, Anna Banana Santana! Pantanjali Taylor.
It's Patanjali, baby.
There he goes. Of course, one word to describe him, he's not shy. Anyway, people don't call him by his name, they just say PT. And he's described as passionate, and he's done several months of video editing, freelancing while developing his own web series called Mediocre Movie Monday. He's worked at a thankless job as a cashier, and the one motto he has, which if you had a banner and you put it on, it says, Platypus Kids Forever. Congratulations, PT! Looks like we have 1 graduate remaining and 1 summary. This is cool. I'd like to present to you our final graduate of the evening, Christine Valena. Now, Christine describes herself as different, and she actually has been working at a job while she attended Platt College. And she was the trainer for San Diego Sheriff's Department, which means she trained people with the use of videos and with photography and so forth. So that's been a wonderful feather in her cap. And she, as a gift to all of you, your next ticket's free. So anyway, well, that joke didn't work either. So anyway, balancing school, work, family, and friends was a big challenge. She'll always remember the faculty and keep the trip and activities in her mind with which she was able to participate. Congratulations, Christine. And I'd like to invite Marquetta back to the podium. And congratulations, let's give him another hand.
Well, I guess I have to fill the rest of the 6 hours. Well, before I will announce the students who are graduating with the highest academic achievements, I would like to say several words. First of all, dear graduates, thank you for coming our way. We enjoy to observe you how you evolve. And we were inspired by your leap of imagination. I would like to say this on your new journey. We live in a beautiful, colorful, dynamic, and diverse world. And we have lots of things in common, but we have also, of course, lots of differences. Let's say, for example, a painting from the East, India, China, Japan, and the Western painting. The Western painting renders reality beautifully. It looks lifelike. and it's symmetrical, well-centered, and the canvas is filled out with the colors and lines and gestures. Not one piece is left white. The East painting doesn't care for it. Doesn't care for symmetry. It's asymmetry that they celebrate. And they like to leave white canvas because they have respect for the empty white space. An illusion of 3D on 2D, the Eastern painter doesn't care for it. Now, if those two painters meet, they have several chances what to do. They can fight, they can spit at each other's painting, or they can try to embrace the diversity, embrace the differences, and thus gain a new perspective and unique inspiration. Or they can try to find a common ground. And I think that all over the world, children or adults, we all universally love a good storytelling, particularly fairy tales. So you can sit in front of a hut in Senegal, Africa, or on a mat in Shanghai, or at the desk in New York City or Amsterdam, and once you hear, once upon a time, you quiet down. And soon enough, you are pushed to the edge of the chair because you want to know what will happen next on the hero's journey. We love fairy tales for many reasons. Not only the happy ends, even though it feels so good when justice is served. But what really attracts us is the validation that goodwill will be always defended and evil will be crushed. Because that's the essence of our life. And then we love to observe the hero. We count how many tears it takes, how much patience, perseverance, courage, wit it takes to crush the evil, and we learn from it. Because I see fairy tales as extended metaphors, as allegory of our life. Once upon a time, we are thrown into this beautiful blue planet, beautiful, naked, and innocent, and pretty soon we are going to be tried, and obstacles are in a way, and then together we can learn, and together we can achieve, together we can enjoy, and together we can defend goodwill. You, my students, will join soon your journey of hero, and I hope that your fight will be fair, and I hope that you will prevail, and I hope that you will always employ diligence, honesty, and kindness. If you do, everything will fall into place. So, dear graduates, go out there and please make us proud. We'll be watching, we'll miss you, and we root for you. Congratulations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite on the stage those who are graduating with the highest academic honors. We'll start with the associate degree program, and I will like to invite Yolanda White, associate degree 3.74. Alison Wilkins, 3.83, associate degree. Patricia Kuttenauer, 3.86. Perry Wright, associate 3.91. Mary Osuna, 3.92. Alexander Smith, 3.93. And Mike Pugoso, 4.0. And now, bachelor degree. Shay Collier, 3.75. Gary Kaldemeyer, 3.81. Marcus Mallorca, 3.82. Josh Fitzgerald, 3.86. Dennis Cavalli, 3.89. of you, but here it's time to celebrate those who achieved the highest academic achievements. We are very proud of you, and we say our congratulations. And I hope you will never feel that you should pity yourself, that you have the most of bad luck. Because chances are that you don't, and if you do, you are well equipped to overcome any obstacle. You are educated, you are talented, you are creative, as artists you are sensitive, and you live in a country that abounds with freedom. That by itself is fairy tale for many millions and many nations. So now you spread your wings and go. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Melissa Conrad to the podium. She would like to say several words on behalf of our 2013 fall graduates.
Good evening, friends, family, fellow graduates, teachers, and the Platt College family. This journey of knowledge has brought us here tonight. Our lives are a product woven of joyous and challenging times, the guidance and patience of our teachers, and the caffeine-fueled late nights of our own hard work. We know that the ideas and skills we earn here will take us confidently into our future. Whether it's tomorrow, 5 years from now, or further, we will carry with us what we've learned and experienced to share with others. And if things don't go as planned, don't worry. We'll work on it as a feature in a future iteration. We'll fix it in post. We'll re-render it, or it's the printer's fault. Well, just kidding. Thank you.
almost over and you'll be free to celebrate with your closest, with everyone who came to support you. So I would like to ask the Vice President of Platt College, Almedro, to do the concluding remarks.
Thank you, Marquetta, and graduates. I'll keep my remarks brief. I know you want to get on with your evening, but I am delighted to leave you with a few thoughts at the conclusion of this important event. And I want you to know that I speak on behalf of Mrs. Meg Leiker, our president, and Mr. Robert Leiker, our chairman. And I know we concur when we say that we regard it as a tremendous privilege to be involved in higher education. And as we've heard tonight, a graduation ceremony is, well, it has to be one of the main highlights of that involvement. I think that any ceremony is society's way of saying, wait a minute, stop. Take time out of your busy day and honor this event. This is important. And your graduation ceremony is very important to us, particularly. Because through you and a team of instructors that take place inside that classroom, we feel very much like we're contributing to the building of this nation. We feel that we are building the knowledge, the skill base, and therefore making the country stronger. And that only means that we make the world stronger, since we are such an important part of it. I see that you've made it, you've graduated, and I welcome you to the alumni of Platt College San Diego. And I appeal to you to regard yourselves as a very valued and important member of our school community. We want you to stay in touch with us throughout your entire career. You are one of us. And we want that relationship to be special, and we want it to endure. Now, I said I'd keep my comments brief, so I'll conclude this important event by asking the graduates of 2013 to stand and face your audience. Move your tassels from the right side of your caps to the left, and in accordance with the rules and bylaws of the Federal Commission of Career Schools and Colleges, I officially present you with your degrees. You are now graduates. Thank you very much. Congratulations. That concludes our graduation ceremony. Please drive safely. All the best.